My man Fashawn.
I haven't heard that since we dropped like the Ecology. I haven't like went back to that one since like rocking the Ecology, man. It's crazy to hear that.
So what memory what do you feel when you hear that?
Just waking up and recording that song. Like I remember waking up and recording the song. I just remember like passing out when I was like mid first verse, and then waking up and like, yo, I had like 4 verses or something like that, and they weren't even good enough. I think I went back and wrote 2 more, you know, for the ones that actually landed on the project. But yeah, I remember like writing. I think I wrote it in a dream and then woke up and it wasn't like it wasn't the words that I wrote in my dream. You know, so I had to rewrite it. But yeah, it was a good time. Shout out to Evidence for blessing me with that. The Chemist, those are my stepbrothers, man. Yeah.
How do you keep your passion? Because one thing I like about you is that anytime you spit, you can feel your passion, and you've been doing it for quite some time or whatever. How do you keep that fire?
I think simply by trying to outdo myself, trying to invent new ways to rhyme, and trying to use new words I've never heard before, and use new patterns and different, you know, break words apart into pieces like I never have before. I think that's a challenge that I wrestle with every day. You know what I mean? And any chance I get to approach a song or a page or is an opportunity to do that, you know, to flex that muscle and to exhibit my skill in a way, you know what I'm saying? So, and where I'm from, we don't get those opportunities often. So anytime you see me out, that's what I'm doing, you know, because you ain't gonna see me back home. I mean, well, now it's different, but you know, the era I grew up in, like, niggas, like, if you wanted to get out, you had to like really be special, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think my talent was rhyming, so I just really sharpened that blade year after year after year, and yeah, man, I don't think it'll ever get dull.
When did you realize that you had a talent of rhyming?
I guess when I got suspended from school for writing a rap.
Hold on, you got suspended for school for writing a rap?
For writing a rap. I guess the rap was like too vulgar or like too intense for the teacher, whoever was reading it. I got suspended for writing a rap in class. I was like in 4th grade, going to Centennial Elementary School.
So your teacher seen that you was writing some stuff and said, "Let me see what you writing."
Sent me to the, read what I wrote and was like, you know what? We gonna send this. Something's wrong with this kid. We gonna send him to the. I'm like, so I guess whatever the potency of whatever I was writing. I guess at that moment I noticed the potency of what I could write. You know what I mean? And to make an adult go, wow, like, you know, something special or something crazy or something different or unique about that kid. And yeah, that's when I haven't stopped writing ever since. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
How does it feel to go back to your hometown, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, you came up from there? And actually, I see you go back a lot.
Yeah.
And
that's my well, man. That's my well. That's why that's my well of creativity and etc.
How does it feel to go back and get the love from the people?
Feels good, man. I mean, cats where I'm from don't make the front page for positive things. You know what I mean? We make the news for different things. So to go back and like see myself on the front page and still be able to walk through the city comfortably, man. That's a rare thing. Like, you've never seen that in my city before. And to be able to be the guy in those shoes is a blessing, man. Straight up.
Do you get any hate?
Of course.
Okay.
I was dealing with a little bit of that bullshit today, but it comes with the territory. You kind of gotta have tough skin. Just your average bullshit, man. I mean, niggas hate when you shining, and right now my album's out. Like, I ain't dropped the album in 2 years. Right, so niggas thought I wasn't gonna be present at all. You know, niggas was hoping I wouldn't be present. You know, and now that I am and shining the way I am, niggas is hating. Niggas is like, oh, I need a verse now. I need a verse now, and I need this now. And it's like, yo, where was you yesterday? Where was you a year ago?
Yeah, 6 months ago.
I was back in the trenches, and niggas wasn't talking about me. You know what I mean? So it's like, and niggas hate. Niggas is sensitive, and that's cool. I'm fine with that. You know. I got things to do. I ain't got time for that, to worry about that.
You moving forward, not backwards. So yeah.
Yeah, I might look back for a little bit, but
as you. I'm
not trying to wreck the train. I gotta keep moving forward, man. Yeah.
Exactly. So now, since we talked about the mixtape that just came out, now you got the new album, Ecology. Why the name Ecology?
It was a song. It really stems out of this song that me and Exile had on the first album, My Boy Meets World. I think that kind of diagnosed like our style together and our sound, you know what I mean, and our direction. So I wanted to expand on that on our next project, you know what I mean, and it ended up making a whole album out of just that sheer inspiration. And I needed a title that was big enough to fit the last 5 years of my life in, you know, and I think the Ecology was appropriate, you know what I'm saying? And, that was the real inspiration behind it. And also just, I wanted to bring a certain authenticity back to music, you know what I mean? And that was this song that like Marvin Gaye put out back in the day. I think it was actually called The Ecology. And that kind of, that was one of the songs that like shaped me as a youngster, you know what I mean? And so that was something that echoed through my adolescent hood, my childhood. And I always wanted to make a piece of music that was, you know, as socially aware and as soulful and as timeless as that. So that's why I made The Ecology.
That's dope. And did you got the deal with Mass Appeal? Was The Ecology already in the works before you got the deal?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it stems from that song we did on like the idea was already there, but it never had a home, it never had a place or a contract, excuse me. You know what I mean? So it was already like probably 60% done, or we might have thought it was 100% done, like before the deal came. But when the deal came and Nas wanted to executive produce it and et cetera, and Mass Appeal wanted to get behind it, they kind of took it to a whole new chapter and a whole new realm. And we went back, and that's how we got songs like Confess and Out the Trunk and new songs like after we already thought we was done. So how does it feel? Because you just said, well, Nas executive producer. You kind of just did that. Like, how does it feel to have probably an idol that you had? How does it feel to have him co-sign what you do? Did you ever think about when you was in Fresno, when you and your man was riding around, that you would ever be where you at right now? No, not at all. I think back to times when I'm riding back and forth to LA and he's playing a Nas song and I'm rapping every Nas lyric and he's like, yo, could you shut up so I can hear the Nas lyric? And basically like, I'm thinking times like that and it's like, wow, we here now. It's like, yo, like that. It's executive produced by Nas and I can hit Nas now and they'll hit me back and it's like we actually have a rapport, a relationship. It's like, it's weird.
So you can hit Nas and say, hey Nas, I need some advice about X, Y, and Z, and he hits you right back.
Yeah, and it'll be uberly honest with me, man.
That's dope.
That's my guy, man, and he's proud of what I'm doing. So that's enough motivation and inspiration and just shit to make like 5 more albums, man. So salute to that guy.
That's dope. That's dope. I mean, because everybody knows Nas is a legend. He's one of the greatest of all time.
For sure. No
and the
question.
fact that he's behind you and like you said, I know you idolize him, so that's dope.
Absolutely,
that's
man.
Dope.
The 5 mic kingpin, man.
Yes.
Kingpin of the ink pen. Yeah.
So how active was he with your album as far as executive producer? Was he in there saying, I like this song, notice I don't like this song?
Well, I mean, the smallest advice from him made the biggest difference, man, for this project, man. Like he'd tell me like his like little critiques on like certain verses and certain songs and like maybe the structure, if you will. And yeah, we just simply took heed and brought it to him in its entirety. And he really just approved of the whole project as a whole. He really didn't have too many critiques at the end of the album, and he was really adamant about I remember this one song, it's called It'll All Be Over. There was a second verse on there. There's 3 verses, and the second verse on there didn't really sit with him well the first time, and he said you might want to reapproach that one, you might want to rewrite it, and I would have been happy to, but you know, for some reason we played it again and he said, you know what, the verse is fine, man. We'll just keep it the way it is. I think I might be tripping, you know? And so that was one moment that happened, but yeah, I mean, like I said, any advice from him would help a lot. And it did. And I hope that shows, man, with the final product that we have.
It shows the evolution because I watched you, like I said, watch you being this aggressive spitter and you make amazing, you know, saying records. But this album,
I never was really that of an aggressive spitter. I wouldn't call myself
rapper. You wasn't busting rhyming that shit.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, but
you know,
more passionate.
Okay, I like that word.
You're a passionate spitter.
I like that word.
And I watch your passionate, you know what I'm saying, and of course down with Alchemist and Evidence or whatever.
Yes, sir. Cypher strong.
Yeah. So to hear the Ecology and see you evolve as an MC and an artist.
Yes, sir.
It shows that everything that you've been working on for the last 5 or 6 years came together in this wonderful cake.
It's full circle, man.
It's a cake, and it is. And then you baked it well,
and it's delicious. It's a very good cake.
And we are.
Can I have some more of that, please? It's so good.
Yes, the doughboy himself.
The doughboy himself.
The doughboy himself.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, man.
But let's get into a couple of joints off that Ecology.
Let's get the new shit.
We're gonna do
man.
Higher, and then of course we're gonna have to do Something to Believe.
Okay, yeah. 2 of my favorite features too, man. Or 3 or 4 of my favorite features. Shout out to Khalil. Shout out to Aloe. Nasir, of course. Shout out to Big Nas. This crazy guy right here.
Yes, this crazy guy right here.
Can't forget this crazy guy,
Khan.
Exile. And I guess most importantly for me, man, my daughter on Higher. You know? So shout out, I can't forget her. Salute to everybody. I couldn't have done this album without any of those people, man. So yeah, let's rock.
Let's get into it. This joint is Higher.
Man.
This is White Liberated. We got Fashawn, Exile in the building.
I made this beat, everybody.
I
did it.
He made this fucking beat.
He's talented.
Let's get into it. White Label Radio, DJ Nails on the 1 and 2s. Let's do it. That's that new right there.
Yeah.
That was Something to Believe, Nas, Aloe.
Oh, man.
Was you there when Nas recorded that verse?
I wish I was. I really do. I really do, man. But we actually we wrote both of our verses, I think, on the way back from Europe. You know what I mean? Like, we both were coming back. I was actually in Europe shooting the cover to the album, and he was out doing his touring. And the song actually came to our attention, man. It was complete at that time. You know, we had it's a long story, man. Aloe sent the track to me when he was working on a James Brown movie or something like that. He was like, yo, I'm not really planning on putting out any new music, so here, take one of these for your album. And he gave me like 10 unreleased songs, and I'm like, whoa, which one do I pick? And so me and my team, man, we ended up picking Something to Believe in, but it didn't fit the rest of the thread of the album. It didn't sound like, just sonically, it didn't really feel like it fit. So we passed it to a couple of different producers, you know what I mean? A couple different beatsmiths, and actually DJ Khalil actually ended up just murdering this beat, you know what I mean, and killing it. So after the beat was done, they sent it to us, and by the time we came back to America, our verses were done, and we were sending our verses to each other like, yo, what you think of this? What you think of that? And we enjoyed each other's performance, and Aloe killed it, of course.
Of course.
So, you know, we just kind of left it alone, and now it is what it is. Yeah.
That's dope. You worked with a lot of dope producers. Of course, my man Exile.
Of course, my man right here. This is my partner in crime right here.
Of course, Evidence and Khalil.
Couple great guys.
So we've been having a hip hop debate in here about a few different things.
Okay.
One is your top 5 hip hop producers of all time. I'm gonna ask you first, and I'm gonna ask you next.
Okay. Oh man.
All time. You don't have to. You don't have to do one. You know, say you just
in any particular order.
No. Just top 5. And why?
I'd have to throw Dr. Dre in there.
Okay.
You know what I mean, just NWA. Period. You know what I mean? We'll take it there. Dre, of course. DJ Premier, of course. Eric B, of course. Damn. 5. We got 2 more, right?
Yeah, you got 2 more.
Damn, that's a hard one.
You said Primo, you said Dre, you said Eric B. 2 more.
All right, number 2 is a battle between Dilla and Just Blaze. It's a battle between them. But yeah, damn.
1 more.
That's hard, man. Well, that's an easy one. Exile.
There you go. There you go. Man. Top 5.
That's an easy one.
Yeah. All time.
But you better say me, man.
Yeah, man. But the number 2, I mean, it's still a couple guys I know I'm leaving out, but
you gotta switch out Eric B though.
I gotta switch out. If I had to switch out Eric B, I put like Alchemist there or something.
Okay.
Gotta take out Eric B.
I've never heard anybody say Eric B in the lifetime of
But
us
my
doing
favorite,
this.
some of my favorite songs were produced by
definitely.
Eric B.
But
I mean, fuck what anybody else got to say.
No, for sure. But
This is my list.
the reason
All
the reason I say that is because Large Professor is actually doing a lot of ghost.
See, there's so many guys I'm
And Marley
forgetting
Marl,
here.
right? I mean,
Marley Marl.
I mean, there's so many,
Marley Marl too,
guys,
yeah.
man.
so
many
okay,
guys,
now
man.
Exile, you being a producer, who's your top 5?
So
all
Yeah,
time?
your turn.
Hip-hop.
Your turn. You go.
Hip hop.
Man, Battle Cat, because he brought the funk back, the boogie back, and kept it West Coast. And even before that, he was doing a lot for the West Coast, and that guy just embodies West Coast. And still, like, he brought back to life what Roger was doing, but in his own way. Like Battle Cat for sure. Of course Primo, of course Pete Rock. And let's see. So I got 2 more.
Yeah.
Madlib
Okay.
and the RZA.
Wow, the RZA. So
Yeah.
no Dr. Dre in your top 5.
No Dilla in there either.
Oh dang! I messed up.
See what I'm
You're right.
doing?
Let me start over. Let me start over.
Okay.
Dilla,
Dilla.
Pete Rock,
Okay.
Madlib,
Yeah.
Battle Cat, DJ Pooh.
Wow, you went totally left field, but yeah, DJ Pooh is the truth.
DJ Pooh. Yeah, just because I was a big King T fan, I
sir,
love King
sir.
T and
Tila, yeah.
man, E Swift, man, 5. You got to change your numbers on this
Yeah,
one.
man, you gotta do like
That's an unfair number.
10 or 20 or something, man. That's too many,
So-
too much heat, man.
So another debate we've been doing, and recently it's been a heated debate between me and Nels, and then B Real came in not too long ago, and Ali Shaheed came in.
yeah.
Top 5 hip hop groups of all time.
Duos or like groups?
Groups.
Just okay.
I guess, EPMD is considered a group, so I guess,
Yeah, you're right.
you know,
Okay.
so groups, top 5.
You want to go first or me next?
The Exile go first.
Yeah, you go first this time.
2 Live Crew. 2 Live Crew's definitely on there for me. I swear.
Okay.
I love 2 Live Crew. Just the 808s, the bass. I was a big fan of Mr. Mix. That guy really kind of inspired me to make 4-track scratch songs. Back in the day, like make it say things and just go off on the cut. And
Yeah.
I don't know. And I was just all the dirty shit they were talking. That just I don't know. It just hit home for me.
Niggas was dirty.
Yeah, they was really dirty.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we got 2 Live Crew. We got EPMD, of course. The beats are just crazy. Man, he's a slept-on producer on that list too. Sherman. And DJ Scratch, it's just perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Groups.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, the Alcoholics. I'm gonna throw the Alcoholics on there. They're super classic. I think super slept on. Classic West Coast combo. So we're at 3 right now?
Yep.
We're at 3. Okay. CMW.
Compton's Most Wanted.
Compton's Most Wanted, definitely. Man, they just grimy gangster, but still hip hop. Like if you listen to those beats, that's straight hip hop, We got one more. NWA. Kaboom.
NWA.
There you go.
What's your favorite NWA album?
My favorite NWA album.
So me and Killer Mike had this argument that the second album is way better than the first album.
You know
That's what he said.
You have their first album and their second album, but you also have their album before their first album. And I just kind of want to pick that just because of how classic it was. And on the cover, they even had a white dude, but they didn't give him a gold chain. They gave him a bike chain. He had a Miller. He didn't have
a 40.
He didn't have the old English.
He didn't have an OE. He had a Miller and a bike chain.
And Candyman did the dude? What's the song Candyman did?
Yeah. Knocking boots.
Still
There you
knocking
go.
the boots. He was on the cover
He was
too.
on the cover.
But then when they did the cover after that, anyway, that's the one. NWA and the Posse.
my man.
Left field. I love him. I love him.
Man.
So
top 5
top
groups.
5 groups.
Dag, man. I'd have to say one of my favorites is Bone Thugs and Harmony. Definitely. Love
Okay.
what they did with melody and rhyme and street reality and how they brought the juxtaposition of the two. and kind of changed the game when they, when they came in the game. I love what they did for hip hop.
Yeah.
De La Soul for bringing a certain consciousness to rap, and certain a certain artistic swing.
You
to
got
like,
me on De La right
to
there.
art to the artistic side of hip hop. I love what they did for rap, man. Damn, if I say De La, I gotta say Tribe.
Man, why the hell did I pick 2 Live Crew, dog?
Gotta say Tribe Called Quest.
Why did I do that?
Just for fuck, man, just for giving birth to Q-Tip alone. You know what I mean? I love Tribe, man, and everything they represented. What we got, 3 right now?
Yeah.
Dilated Peoples, love Dilated Peoples. Shout out to Evidence, Rocka, and Bad Buddha. Like, those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? Like
dope.
On some family shit,
Yeah.
but I'm a fan as well. You know what I mean? So gotta put them in there, man. And one more. Oh man, might have to do a duo. Outkast.
Okay.
Outkast. I
Okay.
think they kind of changed. They were the third evolution of rap. They kind of took it to somewhere else after. You know,
they did.
they were just unbelievable. So yeah, that's my 5. Yeah.
And nobody mentioned Wu-Tang?
Oh my God! See, I was
Shout out to Wu-Tang.
My list was coming from like the eyes of me when I was like first listening to hip hop. You
Yeah.
know, like as it, just, ooh, like but. There's so many great groups,
It's a
and
lot.
plus we're gonna be changing. We need to change that 5.
Yeah,
number
the
too.
5 number is so small.
that's good.
Hip hop is so large, man.
But see, if we do 10, then we'd be here for like 2-3 hours.
You right,
We're
yeah.
gonna have a roundtable discussion and everybody
You right.
submit their
Shout out
answers
to the
ahead of-
Wu. Shout out to the Wu, man. I work with a couple of those guys.
Yo,
man,
the
and
Wu.
We love the Wu, man.
Yo, they're
Yes.
on my top 5, even
Yeah.
though I already
you
picked 5.
You didn't mention them. They're 5 plus.
They're in there. They're in there.
Five. No, and no
Yeah.
Public Enemy.
Ah, man.
I was gonna say Public Enemy. I was gonna say if I didn't, I was gonna say.
I said Public Enemy. I'm saying it right now. Public Enemy. That's on my top 5.
Yeah, it's so many great groups, man.
It's a lot.
It's so many.
It's a
great
lot.
Groups,
It's
man.
a lot. But you
Yeah.
got a great album out. Right now you got it
Yes,
out
sir.
right now. It's
Yes, sir.
in
Thank you.
stores.
Thank you, man.
It's dope, and it's funny because
Fucking Gangstar, man. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
but
niggas is
look,
tripping.
you still coming through.
Yeah,
like,
there's still things popping up like, man. Yeah,
I was gonna say Gangstar, but I was thinking like 2 MCs.
Nah,
More than one MC.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig it. I
But
can dig it.
back to the new album. It's in stores now, and after I started listening to it, I actually put it on my iPod, and I was at the gym shooting
Awesome.
around or whatever,
Hell yeah.
and I started listening to it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite songs on that joint, by far, hands down, is the letter F.
Oh man.
The letter F, like I said, because everything else was kind of like,
Yeah.
the Nas joint and Aloe Black is, of course, it's a dope song, and of course, it's
Thank you.
expected. But after listening to it,
Yeah, that's the one that stuck with you.
you go in on letter F.
Thank you, man. I don't know what to say about it. That song was inspired by like the Supreme Alphabet. You know what I mean?
The Supreme Alphabet too.
Yeah, the Supreme Alphabet. Like I guess what the F means in the Supreme Alphabet, it means like the father. It means like the father. The F stands for father. So I kind of took that approach when writing the rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I said, I left a lot of ink on a lot of sheets, gave birth to a new me every few weeks, and talking about a bunch of weird things. But yeah, somehow that song came about, and that was one of the songs that definitely was not intended to be on the album. I recorded that song out of sheer I think I might have just went to Alchemist's crib on my own. I think my manager might have called and was like, yo, I didn't even know Fash was over there, And I was there recording that song, tell you the truth. And wasn't intended for this album or nothing, but I'm so glad that I can have an Alchemist record next to an Exile record on an album. I think that's kind of phenomenal. On one album, that was one of my
that's
dreams.
pretty ballsy for you to pick that one.
Come
man.
true, man.
Why?
I can't believe you.
Can't believe
With
you,
me
dude.
sitting right here, you're such
fucked
a
up.
fucking dick, bro.
Oh, man.
But I picked higher too earlier. I played
Yeah,
higher.
whatever.
Hey.
I play higher
It's
first.
too late, bro.
It's too late
And
for
I
that.
played Move Step from 1997.
Well,
Hey, he
that's
took it back.
well,
He
yeah.
was-
Well,
Well, yeah.
I'm mad at that too.
But no, I'm glad you like that song. Glad you like the album, my G.
let's
Straight up.
let's get into the letter F, and then we're gonna come back and then get out of here.
Hey,
So
for real though, that's one of my favorite joints. Like that's the joint you could do the Bismarck to, or WAP to. Like that's some raw ass.
Well, we
hip-hop
know about
dope
the
shit.
Bismarck.
well,
man.
we gonna play it right now, and we're gonna have Exile do the Bismarck, and we're gonna Snapchat that shit right now. So let's get into it right now. This is another F. My man Fashawn is in the building. White Label Radio. Let's do it.
I think somebody is coming in here now.